Hello, it's me, old Russ. There are many things we can learn from the election, aren't there? And we're sort of settling down a little bit now, and we're trying to sort of look at why do we generally feel upbeat and optimistic? Well, primarily, I suppose, because it looks like the way that the power that the media formerly had is altering. Young people are more engaged, and a politician with integrity and authenticity is having an impact. I think there's stuff like JME being involved, Lily Allen. It sort of seems like a new coalition of youth around an elder.
I know with all this excitement and romantic language he's using, Corbyn is Obi-Wan and all this kind of crap. But he's missing what most commentators have missed consistently. We have not had a left-wing government in the UK since 1979. That's 38 years ago. I want to put this here because Labour have been in power, but not left-wing Labour. Tony Blair's New Labour was a middle-of-the-road party. Now, let's say that you're not interested in politics when you're a kid. Even if we go down to 10 years old before people get interested in politics. Which basically means there are people who are nearly 48, who are nearly 50 years old, who don't know what a left-wing government looks like. And these left-wing ideas are sounding very new in the UK. Jeremy Corbyn is classically left-wing, and it's almost 2 generations, 3 generations, a whole barrage of people are hearing these ideas and going, fuck me. You mean we can have a government that actually pays out and looks after the poorest in society and wants the working man to get a decent deal, and their focus is there rather than at the top? The problem is there's still a lot of fear. People are like, the old people are voting for Conservative. That last Labour government, not the last one, that last truly left-wing Labour government, the James Callaghan years and the Harold Wilson years, were an absolute disaster. You talk about a deficit now. We were in trouble with the International Monetary Fund. Inflation was in double figures. We had the winter of discontent. Unions were on strike left and right. The government basically looked like it couldn't control a fucking thing. And it was a disaster. And Margaret Thatcher wiped it out. And left-wing politics never took hold after that. Nobody would trust them with their hand on the coffers. Because the solutions from the left-wing perspective seem to be spend government money on it. And Gordon Brown, unlucky for him, was sat at the top when the credit crunch happened. That again left him in the same situation. There wasn't any money. The government had nothing left when Labour left power. And it was a sort of echo. It was like same old, the old school people who can remember 1979. They're like, we can't have this. We'll never vote for this again, even if it comes with Tony Blair and promises of decent right-wing policies among the looking after the less advantaged. That's the real reason that the youngsters are interested now. It's the first time they've got choice. The first time that somebody sounds different. It's the first time that they sense a non-psychopath, somebody who genuinely wants to look after people might get to run our country, and it's exciting. It's easy to get to romanticise. Jeremy Corbyn's ideas are brilliant. I'm all for him. I want to give him a chance. It'd be great. But he might just break the blank, just like Gordon Brown, just like James Callaghan, just like Harold Wilson. He might just go all out spending spree and trash everything. But in all honesty, things are trashed at the moment.
Now contrast that with the politics of yesteryear, the sort of rinsed out vampiric greyness of Theresa May, who I'm actually starting to feel quite sympathetic towards, just on the basis of humanity, of just like, that is a human being like us, and like the vilification of her, especially after that mad running through fields of wheat.
What's the naughtiest thing you ever did?
I have to confess, when me and my friends sort of used to run through the fields of wheat.
Even that made me feel for her a bit. It made me feel that's a person who's trying to be something that they're not.
Fuck me, I've got to say, I agree with Russell on this point. What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done? Run through fields of wheat. Jesus, Theresa, that is bad. Though it might be euphemistic though. Politicians sort of glaze over the truth, don't they? She might actually mean that she was running naked through the fields as a teenager, whipping other girls with the actual wheat and having a massive orgy afterwards. You never know with these people. But she's obviously playing it very safe there. I must confess, I used to run through fields of wheat. Fuck me, you were living close to the edge. Are you sure you don't need a psychiatric evaluation? You've got no respect for yourself, woman. Christ. That's worse than taking heroin. Fuck me, nobody runs through fields of wheat like that. You fucking tearaway.
Me and my friends sort of used to run through the fields of wheat.
Even that made me feel for her a bit. It made me feel that's a person who's trying to be something that they're not.
Oh, Russell, you've identified something here, but I think it's the fault of modern media. Politicians have to present this consistent face, consistent facade, because if they say anything a little bit too outrageous, the media grabs it as the only thing they said and runs with it, and the whole of the rest of the message is lost. Now, under certain conditions, even a tearaway comedian can play by these rules, and it would be a little bit hypocritical of them, having done that, to then slag other people off for doing it.
I understand what Peter's saying, and I understand his frustration. As a person that has to deal with drug addicts in my life, they're a frustrating type of person to deal with. But I think, Peter, that if you can find in yourself to look at human beings with compassion and love, rather than with aggression, you'll find that there's more of an opportunity for progress. I know
You are trying your damnedest to be something you are not there, Brand. Let's see how long it lasts.
it's annoying.
Well, I don't wish to be lectured on aggression by you. You've been extremely aggressive to me in the past when we've met.
That's
without
just
any
because of the
particular
bigotry,
reason.
Peter. I don't mean it. I'm only having a bit of fun because of the Daily Mail stuff and that.
When you actually... Effective policing...
You're like a peculiar child.
You see...